B6 SCGS Term 1 Weighted Assessment. This is for 2023. Okay, Section A, calculators are not allowed for this section. So question 1, divide 3/4 by 12. So when you want to take a fraction and you divide by 12, you should apply this KCF, which is keep, change, flip. Okay, so just remember KCF when we are doing division for fractions, keep, change, and flip. 3/4 divide by 12. You want to keep the first fraction, change the sign 2 times, and flip the 12. Now 12 is the same as 12 over 1. Okay, 12 wholes is the same as 12 over 1. So when we flip, it will become 1 over 12. So now that it's multiplied, you can simplify further. 3 and 12 both can be divided by 3. So 1 times 1 over 16. So answer is 2. Question 2. Serene has 3 times as much money as Maju. Tingxi has half as much money as Serene. What is the ratio of money that Maju has to the amount of money Tingxi has to the amount of money Serene has? Okay, so I'll write down the ratios first. Serene has 3 times as much as Maju. So S to M is 3 to 1. Tingxi is half of Serene, so Tingxi is 1. Serene is 2. Okay, half of TS, T is half of S, so T is 1 unit. So now what we have to do is to find common base. The common base between these two ratios will be S. Okay, it's the same person, right? Serene. So you have to make it the same by finding common multiple of 3 and 2, which gives us 6. So you times 2, then decide to get 6 with times 3. Then now we write down the ratio M, T, and S according to the question. 2, 3, and 6. So answer is 2. Question 3. 4/5 of a bag of flour weighs 2/3 kg. How much does 2 bags of flour weigh? So let's write down what we have. 4/5 of a bag. This weighs 2/3 kg. Next, I will want to find 1/5 of a bag. From 4/5 to 1/5, I'll divide by 4. So I have to take this fraction and divide it by 4. So again, keep, change, flip. You want to keep the first fraction, change the sign, and flip the 4. 4 is the same as 4 over 1. So when you flip it, it's 1 over 4. Simplify. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So when you simplify, it's 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. This is 1 over 6. Then how do you find 1 bag? 1 bag is the same as 5/5, so we times 5, which is 5 over 6. Only multiply the numerator, not the denominator. So 5 over 6 kg is 1 bag. You want to find 2 bags. So we take that and times 2. Okay, which is 10 over 6, which is 1 and 4/6, and okay, this gives us 1 and 2/3. So 3. Question 4, arrange the following fractions from the smallest to the largest. Now, if you have different fractions, right, and you want to compare them, you either make denominator the same or the numerator the same for easier comparison. So in this case, it will be easier to make 3, 1, and 3 the same rather than 8, 3, and 10. Okay, if you make denominator the same, no problem. Just that you have to find a bigger number. 3, 1, and 3 common multiple, just change it to 3. So this second fraction, we will change it to 3/9. So now the numerators are the same. You compare a denominator, you have 8, 9, and 10. Which one is the smallest? Now, for the smallest fraction, right, the denominator is the biggest. Okay, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. So the smallest is this one. Put one smallest, then followed by this and this. Okay, starting with 3/10. So number 4, 3/10, 1/3, and 3/8. Figure below not drawn to scale shows a parallelogram ABCD and a triangle CEF. AF and DE are straight lines. So which angle is equal to angle CAB? CAB. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find all the angles that are equal to CAB. You have parallel lines, so you can apply alternate angles. The one that looks like a Z. So this here is the same. Okay, I'll just mark all of them out as this original angle. Then you have a cross here, vertically opposite, which means that if you have straight lines, the one opposite will be equal. Okay, so this is equal. Okay, anything else? Only these 3 angles are the same, okay? So applying the angle properties. Now look for these angles in the answer. First one, ACB, ACB, which is over here. No, that's not equal. CEF, CEF is here. No, not the same. DAC, DAC is over here. No, not the same. ECF, ECF, yes, that's equal. So answer 4. Question 6, Jermaine uses the 4 letters. Okay, there's a problem with this question. The answers, the correct answer is not here. So there should have been a correction for this question from the school. Okay, either the question is wrong or the options are wrong. So what is the correct answer? So we have 4 letters A, B, C, D that forms this pattern. First 18 letters are shown below. The ratio of, find the ratio of A to C for the first 25 letters. Now, if you look at the 18 letters carefully, you notice that the numbers, the letters will actually repeat after a certain number of letters, right? So A, B, C, no, A, B, A, C, D, D, A, B, then you have A, B, A, C, D, D, A, B again. So it actually ends here. A, B, A, C, D, D, A, B. A, B, A, C, D, D, A, B. So every group, this is what we call one group, okay? 8 letters. So since we have 25 letters, we want to find the number of groups. So we take 25, divide by 8. 3 remainder 1. So 3 groups, how many A's are there? How many C's are there? So for A, each group will have 1, 2, 3. For C's, you have only 1 in each group. So the number of A's, oh, and take note, right? This remainder of 1 means that after the groups, you have 1 more letter. And this 1 letter, this first letter that comes is an A. This is an A. So to find the number of A in this 25 letters, right? We will take, each group has 3. So 3 groups times 3. Then plus that remainder of that remainder 1, which is also an A. This gives us 10. Then for the letter C, every group has 1. So number of C, 3 groups times 1. So the ratio of the letters A to C is actually 10 to 3, which is none of the options given. All the options are wrong. Okay, the correct answer is supposed to be 10 to 3. Question 7, Melissa has a ribbon of 9/10 meters in length. She cut it into equal lengths of 1/4 meters long. What is the length of the remaining ribbon? Okay, so this is the total, 9/10 meters. And she's cutting it into many pieces. Each piece is 1/4 meter long. So we have to divide. Okay, so basically this is the ribbon, which is like 9/10 meter long. And she's going to cut it. Okay, we don't know how many pieces, but each piece here is 1/4 meters. And then there will be like a remaining portion that is not enough to form 1/4 meter. So we'll take 9/10 divide by 1/4 to find out how many pieces we can get. Okay, so keep, change, flip. Simplify, this divide by 2, this divide by 2. So 18 over 5, which is 3 and 3/5. So what this 3 and 3/5 means is that there are actually only 3 pieces. And then you have not 3/5 meters left, but 3/5 of one piece. Okay, so 3/5 of one piece. You can't get a full piece with the remainder. So you only have 3/5 of one piece, which is 3/5 of one piece is 1/4 meters. Okay, so find out how much is this in meters. Multiply 3 over 20 meters. Okay, so answer is 2. So the answer is not 1. It's not 3/5 meters. 3/5 means that one piece, right? You don't have the full one piece. You only have 3/5 of that. You have to calculate how long is 3/5 of one piece. Okay, let's look at question 8. Figure below is made up of 8 unit squares. Which parts must be shaded so that the figure is 3/4 shaded? Okay, so first, let's change 3/4 to over 8 because there are 8 squares. So 6 over 8. We want 6 over 8 of this figure to be shaded. Now we already have 1, right? 1 shaded part. So 6 minus 1. The remaining parts that I need to form must give me a total of 5 squares. Okay, so for each of the part, let's find out how many squares is it. So for E is half of a square. Half of a square, so let's write 0.5. For D, you have half of a square here. No, actually D is half of this triangle here is half of 4. Okay, a triangle is half of the rectangle. So this D is actually half of 4 squares. Half of 4 is 2. So D is 2. For C, this triangle here is half of 3 squares. Half of 3 squares is 1.5. For B is half of 2 squares. Half of 2 is 1. And for A is 1 square plus half of 2 squares. Okay, this triangle here is half of 2 squares. half of 2 squares. So half of 2 is 1, then plus this square here. So A is 2. Now you just need to add up. You see all the options, 3 parts, right? Add up 3 parts that will give us 5. So which 3 will give us 5? A, B, and B. 2 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so you have A, D, and B. Answer 1. Section B, how many 8s are there in 3.5? So you have to change it to over 8. So let's change this fraction to over 8, which is 4 over 8. Now the whole number stays as 3. Do not multiply 3 by 8 when you're changing the mixed number. Okay, only change the fraction portion. Now let's change it to improper fraction. 3 times 8, 24, plus the 4 on top, 28. So 28 over 8. How many 8s are there? There are 28 8s. So the answer is just 28. Again, keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. So you can simplify 4 and 8. Both divide by 4. Now 9 and 15 both can divide by 3. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So answer 5 over 6. Question 11, Melissa has $45. Jingzhi has $20. Express the amount of money Jingzhi has as a fraction of the amount of money Melissa has. Okay, so if it's a fraction of the amount of money Melissa has, Melissa is the bottom, the denominator. Okay, when we say something as a fraction of something else, of whatever that is the base, the denominator. So J over M. J is 20, so 20 over 45, simplify, divide by 5, you get 4 over 9. Okay, question 12, 6 pencils cost 10.80, find the cost of 9 pencils. Okay, so 6 pencils, 10.80. Then we find 1 pencil before we find 9 pencils. If you want, you can find 3 pencils also. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to find 1 pencil. So let's do a long division. 10.8 divided by 6. 10 divided by 6. 1 minus, get 4. There's a decimal. So write a decimal point on top. Bring down 8. This is 8. So 1 pencil. 10.80 divided by 6, which is $1.80. Then 180 times 9. Okay, 8 times 9, 72, bring over 7. 9 plus 7, 16. So $16.20. Question 13. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, XZ is a straight line. XOY is 3 times of WOZ. So this is 3 times of this. Given that this is 75, find WOX, which is the angle marked out over here. Okay, let's find out what's this 1 unit. So that is WOZ. We take 75 degrees divided by 3. Now we have 25 degrees here. This is a straight line, so 180 minus 25 to get the angle that I want, which is WOX. So 180 minus 25, 155. Question 14, figure below shows a rectangle ABCD. Find angle CAD. Here, okay, so if it's a rectangle, this is a right angle 90, so 90 minus 41. And this is 49. Okay, then question 15. Mrs. Chia had 4/5 kg of rice. She gave 1/8 kg of it to a neighbor, and she packed the rest into packets of 1/10 kg. What is the maximum number of packets she can get? Okay, so the total is 4/5. She gave some to the neighbor, and then she packed the rest into packets. So to find out how much she packed, let's take away what she gave to the neighbor. So to find the amount she packed, we take the total minus away what she gave. So when you minus, find common denominator, which is 40. So we times 8, then over here, we times 5. This will give us 27 over 40. Okay, so that's the total amount packed into packets. So every packet is 1/10. How many packets can she get? So we have to find a number of packets by taking this amount divided by 1/10 kg, since every bag is 1/10 kg. So keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip. 10 and 40. Simplify. So you get 27 over 4. In mixed number is 6 and 3 over 4. This means that there are 6 packets, and the remainder you can only form 3/4 of a packet. So what's the maximum number of packets she can get? 6. Question 16, at a shop, 1/4 of the price of a pair of pants is equal to 2/5 the price of a dress. A pair of pants costs twice as much as a shirt. Mrs. Chu spent $700 on 2 pairs of pants, 3 dresses, and a shirt. So what fraction of her money did she spend on dresses? Give your answer in the simplest form. Okay, so first, equivalent proportion, where you have this is equal to this. Okay, so let's write down 1/4 of pair of pants is equal to 2/5 of the dress. So in equivalent proportion, we always make numerator the same, not the denominator. So change this to 2/8. Because the numerator common multiple is 2. So once you've done this, the ratio of the pair of pants to the dress will follow the denominator. Which is 8:5. So a pair of pants is 8 units, a dress is 5 units. Next sentence, a pair of pants costs twice as much as a shirt. So the pants to the shirt, pants is twice of the shirt. Now I have 2 sets of ratios. I need to find a common base. Common base in both ratios will be the pair of pants. So let's change it to 8. Okay, so we need to find what fraction of his money did she spend on dresses. Let's find out in total how much did she spend. So 2 pairs of pants, 3 dresses, and a shirt. 2 pairs of pants will be 2 times 8 units because a pair of pants is 8 units. 3 dresses, 1 shirt. A dress is 5 units, so 3 times 5U. A shirt is 4 units. So the total amount of money, you add them up, which is 35 units. How much did she spend on the dresses? Dresses, 15 units. So 15 over 35, simplify. 3 over 7. Part B, how much did a dress cost? $700 is the total. So $700 is 35 units. One unit, 700 divide by 35, which is $2. Sorry, 20. Okay, then we're looking for just one dress. One dress is 5 units. So we take 20 times 5. And that is the cost of a dress. $100. Question 17. ACDE is a rhombus, BD is a straight line. Find BAC, this angle marked out here. Okay, so with a rhombus, we know that there are equal sides and we want to label them down first so that we can see them clearly later. So after I've labeled, I noticed that there is a isosceles. There's an isosceles triangle here, right? So I know another angle. This is 40. Okay, now I want to find this angle. Look at this whole triangle here. Can you see that the missing portion is just this part here? So 180 minus away this, and this. You get this angle here. Okay, let's find out what is this first. Okay, minus 55 and 40. So that's angle BAD. (180) minus the other two angles. This will give us 85 degrees. Now, if this is 85, then to find BAC, we take 85 minus 40. So answer is 45 degrees. So for this question, remember to label the equal sides. Only then you can tell that there's actually isosceles triangle and you can get this 40 degrees. Question 18. The breadth of the rectangle is 2/3 of its length. The perimeter is 105 cm. Find the length of the rectangle. Okay, what this means is that the breadth is actually 2 units. The length is 3 units. So to find the perimeter, I will take 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. All 4 sides, which gives us 10 units. So 10 units is the perimeter, which is 105 cm. Let's find 1 unit. We need to find the length. Okay, so let's find 1 unit first. 105 divided by 10. So the decimal from the back, just shift 1 time to the front. You get 10.5. To find the length of the rectangle, this is 3 units. So 10.5 times 3. Okay, so answer is 31.5 cm. Question 19. In a quiz, marks were awarded for questions answered as shown below. So if you get it right, you get 4 marks. If you get it wrong, marks will be deducted. 2 marks will be deducted. If the students don't try the question at all, right, it's actually a deduction of 1 mark. So the ratio of the number of questions answered correct to the number of questions answered wrongly is 5:1. He attempted 30 questions and scored 86 marks. So just to be sure, the number of correct to wrong is 5:1. And those are the numbers that he attempted. Okay, so those will add up to 30 questions. But it doesn't mean that the quiz has 30 questions. Okay, it can have more than 30 questions. And if he attempted 30, means that there were some questions that he left blank, okay, that he didn't attempt. So we should not assume that the total number of questions is 30. So what we do know is that he tried 30 out of those 5 units are correct, 1 unit is wrong. So correct to wrong, 5:1, total 6 units. So 6 units are 30 questions. This is what he attempted. One unit is 5. How many did he answer correctly? 5 units. So 5 times 5, 25. So answer 25 questions answered correctly, which means that 5 were answered wrongly. Okay, how many questions were there in a quiz? Now, this time we have to use this information, 86 marks. Okay, let's calculate what is the marks based on this 25 correct and 5 wrong. 25 correct. 25 times 4 marks, which is 100. So he should get 100 if it's 25 correct. But there are 5 wrong, right? 5 wrong, there's deduction. Every wrong is 2 marks. So 5 times 2, there is a deduction of 10. So technically, if there were 30 questions, what he should be getting is 90, right? But he scored 86. And why is that so? So this is higher than 86 by 4 marks. So there were another 4 marks that were deducted. Why? Not because he answered wrongly, but because he didn't attempt. Okay, so we take 90 minus 86 equals to 4. 4 more marks deducted. Okay, which means that these are the marks deducted from the questions that he did not attempt. So the number of unattempted questions will be 4 marks. Every question not attempted is 1 deduction of 1, right? Divided by 1. So actually there are 4 more questions that he didn't do. So total number of questions will be 30 plus 4. 30 because 30 he attempted. 4 he didn't attempt. So total 34. Question 20, figure below, not drawn to scale. You have an equilateral triangle ADE overlapping with a square. Then DFB and AFE are straight lines. Find DFE, which is the angle that is marked out. Okay, so important things to note in this question. you have to figure out, okay, what does it mean by equilateral triangle? Equilateral means that all the sides are the same, right? And then you have a square, which means that all the sides are also the same. So you mark out all the equal sides first, okay? They may or may not be helpful, but just mark them out. It's easier to see that way. And none of the angles are given. So equilateral triangle, and then you have a square, which means that these sides are also equal. Okay, let's start off with the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means that each angle is 60. So I've got the 60 here, 60 here. And this whole thing here is 60. Next, the other thing, okay. So first, what is the plan? We want to find this angle. We look at this triangle here. In order to find this, I will need to find what is this. BDE. Okay, and in order to find this, I need to know what is this, right? So this is a square and there's a diagonal cutting through it. For a square with a diagonal cutting through it, it will cut the right angle into half. So this is 45. So angle BDE is how much? It will be 60 minus 45. 15 degrees. Now we look at the triangle. This triangle. In order to find our angle DFE. Angles in a triangle, 180 minus away this 15 minus away 60. $105 degrees. Question 21. Last question. Bell A will ring every 12 minutes. Bell B will ring every 28 minutes. The two bells rang at the same time at 9:30 a.m. When is the next time the two bells will ring at the same time again? For the two bells to ring at the same time, the time taken must be the same, right? So let's find out what is the common multiple. So for A, times 12. Okay, maybe let's find a common multiple of 12 and 8 and 28. List down a few multiples until you get a common multiple. For 28, 28, 56, 84. Okay, nothing is matched yet. Let's increase the 12. 72, 84. Okay, we have 84. And then we change 84. 84 is minutes. So let's change to hour minute. 1 hour 24 minutes. That's the time taken for the two bells to ring together again. Okay, it started at 9:30 a.m. So you draw a simple timeline. 1 hour 24 minutes later is 10:54 a.m. So that's the answer, 10:54 a.m. Okay, so with that, that's the end of 2023 T6 WA1 for SCGS.